Check, check. Check. Hello.
हाँ बस अपना 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 अपना
Namaskar and good morning, Katak. So here we are at the historic Baravati Cricket Stadium for the ADCA cricket tournament, and is the day 3 and the number 3 match between Nepal, who is standing against Sri Lanka. So it's time for the toss, and before going to toss, I will introduce on my right hand side is the captain of Sri Lanka, A. Khalif, and on the other hand, the captain of Nepal, Baidyanath, along with the match officials. So the captain of Sri Lanka, A. Khalif, will flip the coin. Head is the call. It is head. The captain of Nepal, Baidyanath, you won the toss, and what you are going to do?
I think batting.
Okay, you are going to do bat first. So how many runs you are looking for?
I think first we saw pitch, then I think what I now I can't say what's the run.
Okay, in the first game you lost against India. So what type of mindset for today's game? What is going on inside your team for this match?
Yesterday is very tough match, but today we see be better. I hope today 100 runs. Yeah, up. Let's see.
Okay, thank you and best of luck for the match. He was the captain of Nepal. Now move to the captain of Sri Lanka, A. Khalif. Khalif, what you will do if you won the toss?
if I won the toss, then choose the bat first because it's comfortable for batting. So, but plan to run, but it's not a problem. I take a small score.
Okay, now you have to bowl first. So how many runs you are looking for, and what is the total, minimum total you are looking to defend in between Nepal?
I think 20 to 80 run for it's sufficient for Nepal team.
And we saw a good fight against India in a fast game, but you lose. Unfortunately, you lose the game. But it's a new day, and your day 2 in this tournament. The second match you are going to play. So what type of mindset for this match?
First match I lose the against the India, but today I all doing a more practice and learn a lots learn a lots of. So today we will hopefully we will win the match.
Okay, thank you and best of luck for your match. He was the captain of Sri Lanka, A. Khalif, and This is the news from the center. The captain of Nepal won the toss and elected to bat first. Good morning, Katak. Third day of the Asia Cup. And it's time for the national anthem of both the sides, Sri Lanka and Nepal. So I request everyone to stand up and pay tribute to Sri Lankan national anthem first.
Now it's time for the Nepal national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The day number 3 of the Asia Cup, the T20I Asia Cup of the DEF, the inaugural edition. And IDCA being the host country.
Hello. Hello check. Hello check. Hello check.
Good morning. We are in the historic Barabati for day number 3 of the Asia Cup for Dev 2026. Sri Lanka taking on Nepal. And as you can see from the screen, that the Sri Lankan players are out. 2 of the openers are out. It's such an important game of the tournament, I can tell you, in the context. But before that, we had the opportunity to listen to the national anthem. And both the countries, all the players there, including their support staffs, very proud of the fact that they play for Sri Lanka, play for Nepal. There is a great sense of patriotism from both the sides. And now they are on the verge of becoming the second best team of the tournament in terms of number of wins. So that is why I think this game holds its own importance. The home team not playing, but still it is an important game of the tournament. And that's why plenty of eyeballs, I can tell you, plenty of eyeballs will be there on this match. I'm talking about the weather. It's been fine. Of course, we have left winter here in this part of the world. We are moving to very popular summer. So it's getting a little hot out there, but at the same time, there's no batter in the world will say, I hate this condition, because bright sunshine is a condition that a batter loves. But what about the wicket? That's the question out there. We did look at the wicket, bit of, I think, water sprinkled and nicely rolled. But as the game progresses, you will see the ball skipping a little low, I can tell you. It is not a very hard surface today. And there we go. The bowler is set to the batters ready and just waiting for the umpire to say, we are ready to go. Sampath will start the proceedings. Looks like it's the captain. Is it the captain on strike? Yeah, he's at the non-striker's end, I feel. We'll still get the confirmation. Yes, it's Amit Tamang who is going to be on strike, and Niranjan Adhikari on the other side will be his opening partner. What about the field set? Is okay with one field, one slip there, and pack the offside. Inside the circle, 4 fielders. There's one more fielder outside the circle on the offside, and that to the square of the wicket. And of course, there is a fine leg. It's more towards the deep third man, and fine leg tells you that this is a very typical kind of a field set to start the proceedings for any bowler. All in readiness, all set, can we say that? Just waiting for the umpire for the final confirmation. Just to remind you, it's Nepal who won the toss, and they had no hesitation in batting first. Very surprising call, because yesterday they bundled out under 57. And it was a pretty one-sided match for India. But this is a fresh match, first ball of it. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. The Nepal team lost the first wicket in the first ball itself. And tell you what, this is a fantastic catch. It's Amit who's going to go back to the pavilion because he was trying to chase a wide one from the batter. We'll look at the replay. But that is a sad dismissal. The first ball of the match produces a wicket. Here's Amit. It was a wide one from the bowler. Amit chased for the wide one, trying to flirt with lines outside the off stump. First ball, and he helped it only to find the fielder at the slip. And that is why he goes back to the pavilion. Brilliant start for Sri Lanka. And I have to say Nepal, and Amit in particular, has to think, probably should have thought twice before playing that. It was going so much away from him. Could have been an easy wide. But that was not to be. They lost the wicket. And none for one. Nepal. Well, that is again a sad state of affair for Nepal. They're not doing anything good for themselves in terms of the approach. Himal Gurgain comes in at number 3. Is going to be facing his first ball. Now 2 slips in place. Lankan captain straight away thinking very positively, very aggressively. And the bowler brings it on. Sampath, he's been spectacular with his 2 deliveries. One going so much away. Of course, it was a wide one, you can say, but the attempt was to keep it away from the batter. But the last one, he tried to bring it back. Again, trying for that magic length. Where is he going? That's an easy run out there. Sometimes what happens is when you're not playing the best game of cricket, and you're not in a good mindset, these are the things that you do on the field. I mean, you never expect the batter to run for that single when the state of mind being very positive. I think got to be a little more special here, Sri Lanka. In fact, Nepal. He brings it back and appeal. What does the umpire think? He denies. Isn't it enough? Is it going down the leg side? Or is it an umpire's call? Very tough to call from here. It looks like it's a bounce. That is the factor. Height is the factor. The umpiring has been top-notch from 2 of the umpires officiating this game. Full lane delivery again, driven, but finds the fielder who wants to take a run from that. Almost sense that none of the batters want to be on strike. The runner at the other end, no intention to take that single. But the batter is so excited to take one. And when there is a mismatch, you see a funny run out on a cricket field. I hope that doesn't happen for Nepal. Oh, absolutely top class. The left arm fast from Sri Lanka is turning it on today. Don't go anywhere. It is a maiden wicket from Sampath. None for one, Nepal. And talking about the match officials, Mr. Durgadat Das and Mr. Priti Ranjan Bijay, two of the Here goes Khalif. Top class delivery again. The batter's presenting a full face of the bat. Good positive blow that. No run from that. And Khalif in particular is a very fit player. He's a captain of the side. He's a true athlete, very tall. And there is a genuine fitness around him. And he's the one. He gets it right, and by that I
What Khalif is trying to do is to pull that hard left, not really. Waiting. In 2 overs. I think the especially both.
4 for 1 at the end of 2 overs. As BGT Sampath continues. And Niranjan Adhikari on strike. On the shorter side, helps it well. Finds the fielder. And a single from that. So the idea here for the Sri Lankan team is to be a little more aggressive. We've seen them doing that before as well. Particularly when you've got the wicket in the very first delivery of the match, and after that you had the responsibility as a bowler. You come in and your job should be to be pretty more aggressive. A little surprised that he's just got one slip in place. He's going with two. Right, as we proceed for the over number 3 here. So far so good for Sri Lanka. In an intentional context of what you have seen so far from the Sri Lankan side is that they really want to win this contest. And the intention's very clear from ball number 1. With each and every over, they will try to put pressure on the opposition. And so far at the end of 3 overs, it's a very miserly start for Sri Lanka. And it's a very, I have to say, a poor start from Nepal. 6 for 1. The only thing better they did from yesterday was they didn't lose wicket in those 3 overs. But mind you, they didn't play spin that well last time. Will it be the case? Himal Gurgren batting on 1.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. hello, 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 hello. Hello.
নিয়ে হয়ে গেল হଉଛି না
ব্যাটারি কে প্রবলেম
Welcome back. There's a little technical glitch. And we're back with the audio part of it now. Just to give you an update, of course, 19 for 2 Nepal. They're going really slow here, 3.08 the current run rate. And if they go on with that, they'll be going to 62. That will be a little bigger than 57, but no way enough to be able to hold a contest up against a mighty Sri Lankan side. And Dinuka Sachin showing his class here. Second over for him. He's not given it at all. Only 8 runs. You might say economy of 6 is on the higher side, but apart from one bad delivery, he's been very superb. And again in the gap, that's a forced Scott shot that the batter has to play. He plays that well. He wants to come back for the second. Brilliant piece of fielding at the deep. And 2 runs added to the total. And it's a good time to welcome my co-commentator, Mr. Bibek Pradhan. Bibek quietly enjoying this game and enjoying the fact that the bowlers do well. Bibek, this is a different kind of a game. Of course, yesterday also the bowlers dominated. But we're so used to the batting-friendly matches, the huge runs, the big scores, that sometimes when you get match like this where the bowlers have something to say, something to do, it has its own beauty, Vivek. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, brother, and good morning, Baravati. Actually, you mentioned it seems like a bowler dominant game. It is just reminding us that 17 and 1983 World Cup or 1975, during that time when West Indies bowlers were completely dominating on the cricket, Cotley, Ambrose or Marshall. So it seems like that. I mean, I'm not talking about that type of bowling, but I'm talking about the dominance of bowler. Wide this time.
How old are you, Vivek, when India won the World Cup for the first time ever?
1983. Actually, I'm after 2000. 2001 is
You are
my
a
date of
Gen Z.
birth.
So So you watch this video on television, much like me as well, but such a proud moment. I mean, you go back and watch that moment, India lifting the trophy for the first time. That changed cricket completely here in this part of the world. A wild throw from the fielder. They wanted to... Oh, up goes the finger here. Wanted to go for that extra run. But there we go. Clean pickup by the bowler and straight away dislodged the bell. And it is another unfortunate wicket for Nepal. A right and a bright call of no from the batter out there. But it looks like a little late to the runner at that end, at the bowler's end. And he perishes with that. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, much like yesterday where he got a brilliant piece of a run out, here also, this is so attributing in terms of what the bowling team has done, what the bowlers has done. Dinukar Sachin very proactive and very quickly with his reflexes made great adjustment and slowly dislodging it to make sure that he gets a run out of it. Time to watch that. Oh yes, you go just by an inch, and that's exactly what I want. That's what the bowler is going to say. Wicket again, Vivek. And when both the batters wants to be very special out there when things like this happens, these are some usual things, the usual pattern we have seen. Not just the ball dominates, sometimes the fielders dominate too when the balls dominate.
They are the hidden supporters. Actually, from bowler perspective, if you want to win the game, you have to show the complete dominance. The teamwork is needed. Now it's 23 for 3. Nepal. Last ball of this over. The shot, it was the diff and single from the last ball. End of the over, it's a 7th over done. Nepal, 24 for 3.
अच्छा जो ये बोर्डটা
24 for 3 is Nepal. 8 overs, 8th over has to start. Ajay Karna, who is new at the crease, and on the other hand, Himal is taking much balls just to score 9 runs this time. He tried to place the shot towards the point or a deep cover, but the connection was not that much perfect. That's why it's another dot ball. So we are watching much dot balls and some good length, good deliveries from the Sri Lankan bowlers at this particular match. Yesterday we saw that the Indian bowlers showing their complete dominance against Nepal, and this time Nepal, I think from the yesterday match, they are doing a little bit better than that. But still, you can say that they're not in the safe zone. They're in the trouble. According to the wicket perspective, they just lose 3 wickets, only 3 wickets. You can say that. And score is not looking like it's an effective total. 25 for 3. What they have to do during the toss, when we are talking with the captain, he said that we have to come out from the last stick collapse and we are looking for 100 or more than that runs today for this particular game. But talking about Sri Lanka, they have a good bowling lineup just because they played the first game against India, and we saw that it was a total of 133. After that, Sri Lankan bowlers didn't hesitate with that total, and they bowled extremely well. But one thing was in trouble: some drop catches. Those are the problems. That's why Sri Lanka, maybe it was once again. I don't know. I'm not much sure about the Nepal batters. What they are actually doing in the crease? They're trying to score some single and doubles. I mean, they're trying to score single, but straight. They're playing straight to the fielder and looking for the singles. That is actually creating some pressure and actually creating some troubles for them. Still, they are not in a safe zone outside of looking for the big one, but I think it's a play that is going between both the bowlers and wicket keepers now. Last ball of 8th over. (25 for 3) Nepal.
Showing some resistance, unlike yesterday. Oh, there we go. Just when he said this, it's been broken. It's been broken, and look at that for a celebration from the bowler, as if he has won the Asia Cup. That wicket means a lot to him, because I'll tell you what, that he was really technically sort of beating the batter. And he was really looking for that wicket for a long time. And unfortunately, I have to say, it is Nepal who is at the wrong end of things. They lost another wicket, 25 for 4 now. They are struggling here, much like yesterday. And Sri Lanka, much like India, are on fire, are on the top of the world right now here in Baravati. There's the wicket. It's a straight one from the bowler. And if you miss a straight one when the bowler bowls wicket to wicket, you are in trouble, my dear friend. That is exactly what has happened there. And you could see that Lasidu bowling really well. Lasidu De Silva, and it's Ajay Karma. Goes back to the pavilion. Didn't score much. Didn't score at all, if I'm not wrong. Yes, that's what the scorecard suggests. They're not going any good to themselves, Nepal here. Vivek, if it becomes a one-sided match again in terms of what you've already seen, so can we safely say that it's between India and Sri Lanka, or it's too early to say that?
Definitely. According to the current situation, we can expect that it's versus India and Sri Lanka. But we are not sure about that. It's all about the game of cricket, and we see some unexpected things. That's why we said cricket is all about uncertainty. So you have to wait for that. But in pen and paper, you can say according to your imagination and according to the current play, you can say that it is going to be India versus Sri Lanka, maybe. We can predict. But this time, Nepal is looking for partnership. That is the only thing they have to do. If they are protecting their wickets, maybe they don't have to look for much risky runs if they will play some tricky shots or will miss the wickets. You have to study the wicket first, how the wicket is waving and what type of balls are or the deliveries that is coming from the oppositions. You have to wait and study the momentum and study the pitch. Then you will go for the attack. Otherwise, you see the trouble. You are watching the real game of cricket, and you see the leaderboard. It's 25 for 4. It is because of Nepal is not in the right track now. No doubt, Sri Lankan bowlers did extremely well in the morning. But after that, Nepali batters gave some opportunities to their oppositions.
And this is a team that when wants to give opportunity, just slight inch, and they'll make a make a room out of it. And they're almost on the verge of making a fortress out of it. That's the way they're playing here. Sri Lanka, particularly the spinners once again have turned it on. The story and the love and affair of spinners doing well here in Barabati continues. And where to get your runs from? I mean, not necessarily in terms of what you have already seen before. We'll talk about that end of over number 9. It's another very good over for the Sri Lankans, 25 for 4. Not much of experiment from the Sri Lankan fielders and bowlers. Just a little change. He wants the square leg fielder to be a lot wider. Is that a quick one coming from the bowler? Like, that is interesting to watch. It's a full toss, but it's up in the air. Time for the catch. Time for another wicket. Oh my God, what's happening out there? Everything they're touching, it turns out to be goal. That was the last delivery on the earth where you get a wicket from. But that also produces a wicket. And looks like Nepal's bad luck just continues. It's 25 for 5 now. Half of the side back to the pavilion. I was saying that they're playing little better than yesterday. But the way they're going, it can be worse than yesterday. And of course, this is how it happened. A full toss delivery. Real toss drop delivery. Any batter in the world could have loved that delivery and could have hit that away from the boundary. But that was not to be. But of course, with that, it's strings time. $25 for 5. And it's Kian Lasidu De Silva is absolutely turning it on. It's a game to remember for this man. Might be 2 wickets, but he is breathing fire. And at the same time, he's celebrating each wicket. Like each title that he has won. It's the skipper, Baidyanath. Batting so down the order. Yesterday he opened the inning. Now batting at number 7. That's a very surprising fact. The captain of the side thinking to drop himself from opening to number 7. Full toss again. No connection again. The story of the first inning seems to be the batter batting with only edges. There's no meat there. No meat. Such has been the story. Such has been the affair in this match for the bowlers. They really drive this match, the Sri Lankan bowlers. That's a top class shot. After a long time, we've seen a good shot. And just when you say there's no middle, this one was really middled from the batter. And very good to see that. Some fight from the Nepal will make this match interesting. And this is not a wicket where 120, 130, of course, is easy to chase down. So if they score 120, it's very tough from here on, but still it will look like a big target. So 110, 120, they'll give something to their bowlers to fight for. But at this point in time, they're struggling. 10 overs done, 27 for 5. Eleventh over, about to begin. Beautiful shot. There's protection at the deep. Vivek, we're mentioning about Nepal. Clearly, in terms of what we have seen, it's a very fighting team, but it's not the strongest team of the tournament. They're still emerging. Even in the cricket, the more popular version of cricket, Nepal is an emerging tournament. And T20 World Cup this year, Nepal team did really well. That is a positive sign, a good sign for a team like Nepal. Now, the Nepal Deaf cricket, with time also will be playing some wonderful game of cricket. And we were all talking about 1983 and India lifting the trophy and how cricket changed after that. Much before 1983, we'll come back to that. Not actually much before, I'll say just before 1983, India was a similar side. Nobody was taking Indian cricket so seriously. And of course, nobody was thinking them to even cross the group stage. But they managed to win the tournament against the mighty West Indies back then. That is such a big story, Vivek, that we don't celebrate it that much. At that point in time, of course, whole of the India celebrated, and of course, I'm not denying that. But for a look of it now, because India is the big force of world cricket, and we keep on winning titles, be it the T20 World Cup, now the Champions Trophy, and India in T20 World Cup this year playing well, and another chance of winning another title. But we forget, it is almost like a team Nepal playing, and suddenly you see them winning the ADCA Asia Cup. That's that huge, or maybe bigger than that. They're playing with more number of teams. They're playing with more number of quality bowlers against quality team. End of this over. We'll keep on this conversation with 29 for 5 after 11. We're back as Nepal struggling a little bit, and of course, little generous to call it a little bit, but they're really struggling. 21 for 5. Sri Lanka on the top of this game. And Malcolm, the left arm spinner, bowling from round the wicket to the right hander and bowling it straight. That's so good. And coming back to the story, Vivek. Look at that for a movie script. We've already got 1983, a movie. 83 movie was very popular. Ranveer Singh becoming the actor of that and playing Kapil Dev so well. But just to imagine at that point in time, Indian team winning that World Cup against the mighty West Indies. Now back in 1983, such a big story, such a big moment. Even when you are not Indian, even when you are just a normal cricket fan, that's a story in itself, Vivek.
Definitely. According to the situation, and I was mentioning a few minutes ago, if you look at the bowling lineup, during that time, West Indies, you know that only thing, and you can say that they are the only team in the cricket. They are the dominant side, and at that time, India won the World Cup this time, looking for a good one, but still a single. But during that time, India won the World Cup. It is like in the current situation, if any associate nation like USA or Nepal or any other, Netherlands, Zimbabwe, if they will lift the trophy, it seems like that, and it will create that momentum or just repeat that situation of Indian cricket team, the way they did in 1983 till this time. But according to the way and according to the situation and according to the current cricket, it is difficult to say that any associate nation will lift the trophy just because cricket is looking much faster than previous.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. After that, I know there have been very big upsets. There's never been a bigger story than that. Oh, very athletic. Very athletic. Jumping. And just on the verge of making a run out. If you put that on National Geography, that will look like a very top class documentary. And of course, 33 for 5 up to 12. Beautiful shot, but no run. Since we're talking about the World Cups, the biggest story is the India one. In 1992, the Pakistan team managed to win the World Cup too for the first time. And looking at the performance, got him! There's the one! There's the one! It's Himal goes back. Drawing the batter forward, and the batter stepped down the track, missed the line completely, and with that, wicket number 6 goes down. 36 for 33 for 6 rather. And Nepal in particular are trying to compete with the last day score only 57. Can they go past that? That's the only competition they have. 4 wickets in hand, but they're struggling here. Ishwar Singh, the new batter, the left hand batsman, comes in, and De Silva continues. He's been very good so far. Full toss again. There's another chance of a catch. No, one bounce to the fielder. Run out chance. No, it's home. They're giving chances in each and every delivery. You watch the Nepal team bat, and you can never never sit and watch this game comfortably. You'll be at the edge of your seats. A roller coaster ride, I mean. And a little towards the negative side, and of course, that's because we've not seen them going for it so well. Tossed off delivery, that's more like it. That's from the skipper. That is the first positive blow of the match and the first maximum of the match from the bat of the skipper. Tossed off delivery, and the batter looking at the mid-on fielder inside the circle thought, why not go over it? And beg your pardon, it's not a 6, but it's an important boundary for Sri Lanka, for Nepal rather.
Welcome one. Welcome boundary from the skipper. And he knows it well. And look at the Baidyanath. If you closely see that Baidyanath innings, he faced 10 deliveries to score that boundary. And it's saying that in a T20 game, when you have to face, when you're taking 10 deliveries to score your fast run, that means your opposition is on track and you are struggling.
And of course, with that boundary, he forced the bowling team to go for that long on fielder, and straight away the batter playing a shot to that direction. Now what about Ishwar Singh, the left-hand batsman rather, facing De Silva, who is clearly the best bowler of the match so far. 2.5 with 9 runs, 3 wickets, 3.18 the economy. Here's Ishwar Singh on strike. Again a pace, here's a chance, wicket number 7. And yes it is. Ishwar Singh with another wicket. And he is a fantastic bowler, and this is a top class performance from De Silva. That was it. That's a nothing shot really from the bowler. I mean, number 9 batting, you can't really complain. But a team in trouble, that's not the shot that you played. And De Silva, Lasidu De Silva, remember the name, as simply they call it, with 4 wickets. 3 overs, 4 wickets, 9 runs. You'll take that any day. That's a kind of a figure that he can take a screenshot on and make a printout of that. And keep it in his bedroom to look at, to almost like inspire himself when he's a little down and out. 13 overs done, 39 for 7. They're going at 3 per over. 3, I mean, of course, complete mismatch to what you expect from a T20 game nowadays. Slip in place in the 13th over, in the 14th over. There we go, there we go. It's a different ball game. It's a ball game that tells you that cricket is a game between bat and ball, and not between my bat versus your bat. 39 for 7. Oh, straight to the stump this time. Defensive shot played by the bowler, by the captain rather. It's Baidyanath. 9 from 13, struggling out. And Lakmal was one of the fielders who's driven slightly on the onside with. Oh, he gets a little bit of turn from that. All right, this pitch is interesting. Nepal has got some good spinners in their side. Can they make it interesting? For that, they need to keep put some runs on the board now. They're just making it very, very easy for the opposition. That's a better shot. That's a very controlled shot from the batsman. Allows a single to be taken. Now, what for a team like Nepal, Vivek, do you think that should be done to be able to make them back on track again?
Okay, question is arising on Baidyanath. If he will play some crucial shots, but one thing is he needs some support from their other batters. If their teammates will give any supports, any type of supports, I'm not talking about the runs or boundaries. If anyone from the other side will face some balls, or if anyone will play much more balls, some deliveries, and will able to face Sri Lankan bowlers, then maybe Baidyanath will play a crucial part for the team. 41 for 7. It seems like Nepal is in real trouble this time. They're taking the singles, and that's the reason. And you couldn't expect more from Baidyanath right now, or from any Nepal batters.
But isn't it a very surprising call that you're mentioning to bat so down the order in such a crucial match like this against Sri Lanka? You didn't play that well. Your run rate is too poor. I mean, wide again, and now you have a chance to come hard at Sri Lanka, but you sense that this man coming at number 7, there must be a very surprising call from the team management. 14 overs done and dusted. Is 43 for 7. Straight down the ground, the bowler couldn't get onto that. Could have been wicket number 8, and every delivery is just creating a chance, creating a probability. And living really dangerously now. Lasitu De Silva, he will be eyeing for that 5-er. We see a 5-er yesterday. Can we see one today? Yes, it's Jiga, the Indian bowler, the Indian spinner, getting 5 wickets. And he said he'll be having a wonderful party in the evening. Lasitu De Silva, what is he thinking? What sort of a party that you can sense from the Sri Lankan? Chance, 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 no! In between the fielders, I mean, the wicketkeeper tried his best to get there. The captain's not happy with the wicketkeepers he fought there. The wicketkeeper justifying why he couldn't get there. This is a familiar sight, we know that. The captain says, and the fielder who could have taken the catch, explaining why he couldn't. That's a known game. 43 for 7. These are not pretty sort of wonderful deliveries. These are some normal deliveries, ordinary deliveries. Last one was a full toss one. But to give chances to these deliveries, look who is batting, the skipper of the side. It tells you about the lack of, game awareness from the Nepal batters. For that missed the stump, not by much, not by much. There's something happening out there. And De Silva on the verge of finishing his spell. Last ball. Can he pick up that fiber? We're all waiting for that. Oh, come on, captain. Give him a little more aggressive field. No slip rim. Only one shot cover. And the captain himself standing there. He's going to toss the ball up. The ball going and following the captain as well. And 15 overs comes to an end. And make no mistake that this is a fantastic spell of spin bowling. 4 overs done for Lasidu De Silva. 9 runs, 4 wickets for this man. And at the end of 15, it's 43 for 7. Very defensive this time, and no run from that. Trying to survive there, Abhishek Kumar and Baidyanath Chaudhary. These are the 2 batters there. On one bowler looking for a wicket. This is his 3rd over. He's bowled really well. 8 runs conceded by him, but he's not picked up 1 wicket. He'll be trying to keep one, almost on the verge of getting 1 wicket here. It's Gimaudu Malcolm, of course. And Malcolm has been dead accurate as a bowler. He is not a very traditional left arm spinner, the orthodox. He's the one who is giving the pairs. He's the one who is bowling quick as well. But very round arm. Finds the bowler there, finds the fielder, no run in that. Another calm and quiet over. This is much like the afternoon in this part of the world. After taking the lunch here, the city calms down a little bit. Never calms down completely. Vivek, of course, another chance of run out. His action, Vivek, Malcolm, does he remind you of any bowler?
Exactly. Look at his hairstyle and action. It seems like Ravindra Jadeja of India. And I think maybe he is following him. I'm not sure about that. But after finishing the game, I will go to him and ask something about that. Who is your idol in international cricket? Maybe I'm waiting for that. He will say Ravindra Jadeja. So end of the over, 16 over. Complete. It's 44 for 7, Nepal.
Gonna go down the leg side. It's gonna be another wide. Sri Lankans actually delaying the process of bundling
position here. There's no sense of urgency from the Sri Lankans to pick up that wicket. I think the captain here suddenly becomes a little more defensive. They want to finish things up in terms of overs, not in terms of the wickets, I feel. Look at that. Very defensive sort of a bowling. Quick one, not tossed up from Dinuka Sachin. At the same time, no close-in fielders. You can see, and this is a field set that you get when 145 is on the board, not 45. Now the quick one, play and a miss. 17th over on progress. That's one way of doing it. It's not that bad. I mean, if you try to finish the overs quickly, bowl majorly, bowl wicket to wicket, quick, fire it in. Dinuka Sachin is trying that. This time a little flighted, but a brilliant shot on the field. Flick up the wrist and no protection there. So a boundary after a long, long time for Nepal. And you have to say it's too little and too late. But the score moves on to 49 with that. So they're close to the 50-run mark.
Definitely, you mentioned about that. They're actually looking for to finish the innings as over point of view. That will create some positive mindset, or that will bring some positiveness in Nepal camp. Just because they complete their innings after losing all the wickets, and yesterday they got some collapse against India, and just you can see it is a replay of the yesterday game, and exactly we are mentioning about the things what Nepali batters are doing on the crease. They are looking for some shortcuts, I think. That's why they are looking for singles, quick singles, but still they have to sure about the fielders. That's the reason.
Taking his own time here. Abhishek Kumar this time will be on strike. 12 deliveries, 6 runs for this man. One boundary, of course, where he was so good. Again, full toss brings that flick. Or rather, I'll say a little drive on the onside, but somehow picks up a single. Yeah, I mean, the way the Nepal team played here, there's so many ways to look at. One is the fact that they are outplayed by the opposition. They have all gone up to that one, But that's not, of course, a wicket. That will be the end of this over. 17 guns, 49 for 7. Bigger balance, 50 for 7. So 50 coming up for Nepal eventually. At the 17th over. They would have liked to get that in maybe 7th over, 8th over. Now 17th over tells you that they have, in 10 overs they have really done nothing. I mean, this is a deficit that will trouble them in the second inning. But good to see the Sri Lankans continues to have some exciting spinners. Sri Lanka also land up spinners. I mean, the greatest of all time, Muthaiya Muralidharan, comes from Sri Lanka. But here is Malcolm. Tosses up this delivery. Yes, he's a little Jaddu and a little younger version of Jadeja, I feel, with the hairstyle that you're talking about, with the way he just prepares himself before delivering the ball. Looks like a very quick fielder as well. But I think in terms of while he's delivering the ball, till one point, yes, it's fine, Jaddu, but if you look at him very, very carefully of what the action is all about. Missed by the wicketkeeper, it's racing away, and it's racing fine for a boundary. So another boundary for the Nepal team. Not coming thick and fast, but it's at least, I have to say, it's coming. That's the way to put it.
By hook or by crook, Nepal batters are looking for runs. It may be from the bat, or doesn't even matter if wicketkeeper is giving some support.
There's a bowler from Australia called Xavier Doherty. He is actually a little bit of him in terms of the way he's actually finishing his follow through. That's where he's looking like that. All right. There's few left arm spinners from Sri Lanka too. Rangana Herath, one of the best bowlers to play for Sri Lanka. Got and bowl chance, puts down. Puts down. That's a tough call. These are the catches that's very, very difficult to actually catch that one intentionally. If it sticks, it's fine. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's more spontaneous than, of course, manufactured. Straight down the ground, some work for the long on fielder too, does fine again. Another sort of a decent over in terms of what we have already seen from the Nepal side, but they are now on 57 for 7. $57 for 7, the popular 57. So it looks like they're going to be more than 57. And looking at the Sri Lankan team, of course, the fast bowlers are back. Sampath is back. And straight away he creates an opportunity. Is there any protection there? Of course, 1. This is actually turning out to be the best partnership of the match so far. 19 from 31. And when you say 19 is the best partnership of the tournament, this partnership of the match rather, not the tournament, that tells you that it's a sad state of affairs for the batting side. As simple as that. Comes down the track, gets the toe end of the bat, run out chance, direct hit. And he missed that opportunity there. Oh, big mix-up. Big mix-up there. There we go. 2 of the batters. One of the batter was very happy with the one. The other batter wanted a double. It's the captain, it looks like, who denied that single. But then it's Abhishek who's got to go back. And he was a little furious with the captain. But with that 58 for 8, Vivek.
Exactly, Abhishek was not happy with that call. Just because it was a call from the captain from the other end, and Abhishek was sure about the double. He was looking to the fielder. It was a misfield. And maybe it was difficult, but Abhishek was not happy with that call. From any point of view, any batter's point of view, if you think about that, anyone, if they will get run out in any matches, so it's a normal thing. They have to disappoint. So new batters comes in crease. After that, 8th wicket.
Big mix-up from 2 of the batters there. Good comeback Very, very good comeback again by the bowler. He's done that all day today. Yeah, and I was talking about the mix-up there. I mean, for a smooth running between the wicket, the understanding becomes key, and you see nothing of that in that running between the wicket. One was fine, then the batter decided to not go for that another run, even after the overthrow, because they've already lost a wicket because of that. Never run up a misfield, they say, this kind of a thing. He wants a wicket from that. The umpire is not interested at all. Look at the way the umpire ignored the bowler there. It's almost like this is exactly what you do while you download a new mobile app, and while installing that, you ignore the terms and conditions. That's exactly what the umpire did there.
Definitely. Exactly, the umpire ignored that appeal from the bowler. And I'm mentioning something. The way you ignored your friend's call during the exam center, if someone is calling from your behind for any questions or any answers, then you will have to ignore.
The bowler appeals in the last delivery, the wicketkeeper appeals in this delivery. And both of the time, the ignorance is inevitable for both the umpires. This is umpiring in this tournament has been top class. Durga Datta Das and Prithviranjan Bijay, two of the umpires rather. We have seen them really officiating plenty of matches here in Odisha. The panel umpires doing their job so well here. Vivek, 60 on the board now. Slightly respectable total from 57. Half of what this should get. With last deliveries remaining in this over. If they manage to get that last over where they manage to get at least 1 or 2 boundaries, then 60 will look like 80. So 80 is a total where, of course, you can't really win the match, but you can drag the match for a long period of time. And if fortune favors you, then you can make a match out of it at least.
Okay, you mentioned that term drag, but it is depending on your bowlers now. But just because the Sri Lankan bowler did well, that doesn't mean Nepal bowlers, when they will come in attack, they have to do the same. Then after you can drag the match for some times or for late overs, but this time it's end of the over, 19 done, 61 for 8 Nepal.
Final over will be bowled by the skipper.
Let's have a prediction. How much runs?
I think 65.
Maybe.
What's yours, Vivek? And it's taken. There we go. Khalib gets a wicket. The mid-off fielder takes a simple catch. And it's wicket number 9 that goes down. Sri Lankans are on fire right now.
I think Kalli was not happy with our decision. He said, no, 65 is just enough. I will take another wicket this time. So now 65 is the target from our point of view. We are looking for 65. Not sure about that. If Khalif, he is looking aggressive, so maybe he will finish the innings on this particular delivery.
And this is time to, of course, talk about the dismissal as well. The batter tried to give it all. Didn't time that well. The story of the first innings. Timing is gone out of equation now in the first innings. Khalib continues. He has the opportunity to finish things off here. Can he do it? Straightforward delivery. The batter got a little inside as he wants to run for that. Oh my God, don't run for it again. The Nepalis have not run that well today. There have been plenty of miscommunications, not plenty of awareness while running between the wicket. And in popularly they say you neither can slip or can sleep while you run between the wicket on a cricket field. Got him! As the Sri Lankan captain has finished things up. Knocked the stump out of the ground. And with that, the Nepal team bundles out under 61. Kalib will be the happiest man in the planet. The captain finishing off with 2 wickets. And my goodness, when he was thinking about 65, just before one over, was thinking about 80. And Kalib says, come on, take a look at me. It's only 61. It remains on 61. A wicket man to finish things out for the Sri Lankan captain. And this is a delightful team coming back to the dugout. They know that they've done a wonderful job. Some cheer from the Fiji, some cheer from the coach. And rightly so, they deserve every bit of it as the Sri Lankan team standing high, going back to that dugout after the end of first inning. A sad state of affair for the Nepal team, particularly when you look at their performances and performances for 2 days. Last one, 57. This one, not very different, only 61. It will be very difficult for the Nepali team to come back and defend that total. On the other hand, the Sri Lankan will be delighted. Never had a good partnership. Every time they looked at building a partnership from the ball number 1 itself, they started losing wickets, and this is exactly what has happened for a long period of time for the Sri Lankans. That's it then from the first inning. 61 is what the Sri Lankans have scored. So the target is going to be 62 for the Sri Lankans. Can they get a big win here? Or can the Nepalis drag this to a point where we can get a match out of it? We'll soon find that out after the break on the second inning. Stay with us.
And welcome back to the second innings live action between the match Sri Lanka, who is standing against Nepal. And if you talk about the summary of this game, Nepal, who won the toss and then decided to bat first, and after that, they got some disappointment on crease just because now we are watching the score. It's 61 and 62 is the target for Sri Lanka right now. So we have to see that will it be something different, or we are going to watch something different scene this time, or whether it is a game between Sri Lankan batters or Nepal bowlers who will do something different, or any magical spell we'll able to watch from Nepal, or Sri Lanka will take it easily. We have to wait to see that. 62 is the target and 61 is on the board. Here he goes. Nepal for the first ball. Dinuka Sachin is on strike. Lovely defense from him. Dinuka Sachin, and with him Malcolm, who is facing the new ball. Abhishek was in the first over of his spell. So that is the things, and I was mentioning about that. What we are, good shot this time, aerial, and it's a maximum. So I was mentioning about that. Will it be a good fight between the Sri Lankan bowlers or Sri Lankan batters or Nepal bowlers? But this time, Sri Lanka says, yes, we are here with full confidence. And they are not taking, I think they are all set from the dugout. So it's a 6 for Sri Lanka and for Malcolm also. It's a good start for Sri Lanka. And once again, good comeback from the bowler. When you start your innings with a 6 or with a maximum, so I think some positiveness or the things that you create with your bat, the type of atmosphere that will create in your dugout, that is so much good from every side, or for any part of the world you go as a cricket lover or a cricket team, you will watch that if your openers do really well in the crease, then your dugout will really happy with that. You see that it was a good start by Sri Lankan openers. But after that shot, Abhishek did well with the ball. Except that 1-6, 3-dot ball from Abhishek. Once again, will it be a catch? Yes, wicket number 4 goes down. Again, it's look at the celebration and look at the happiness. Nepal says they are in the action. He knows, and Nepal knows it well. If they have to stay in this game, or if they want to drag the game, I'm not sure. We are not that much sure if 61 is just enough or not. But if Nepal wants to drag the game too late, then they have to take some wickets. It's a wicket number 4 goes down for Sri Lanka at the score of 6. Still 1 ball remaining in the first over. Sri Lanka lose the first wicket. Abhishek Mishra took the first wicket, and Malcolm scored a maximum, and then after we saw that he was trying to score some easy runs for his team, but after that, once again he was looking for the aerial, but this time fielder comes as obstacle, and wicket number 4 goes down for Sri Lanka in the very first over. Sanaka is the new batter in crease. And after a short break, we'll join with Mr. Gaurav Panda in the com box. Last ball of this over. Full toss this time, but perfectly timed, and it was a little error from the fielder. That's why look at the runners. They did extremely well. They saw that it was a misfield, and they just grabbed that opportunity. And it's a double in the last ball. So fast over, none, 8 for 1, Sri Lanka. It's 8 for 1, Sri Lanka. Not a good start for Sri Lankan point of view, but Nepal, well, happy with that wicket. Now it's time to welcome my co-commentator, Mr. Gaurav Panda. Gaurav, once again, back to the come box and look at the scoreboard. It's 8 for 1. Maybe it's not a that much good start for Sri Lanka, just because they are a good side, we know it. And but Nepal took their first wicket in the very first over. So, what is your opinion? Can you believe that Nepal will say a strong comeback?
Thank you, Vivek, for that. Good afternoon to the viewers joining from the Indian Standard Time, of course. All Indian Standard Time playing almost Sri Lanka and Nepal same time zone, almost, little here and there. Yes, very different from the last game where Indian team managed to chase the target without losing even a single wicket. But Nepal got their first wicket of the tournament, that is today. That's after bowling, let's say, not plenty of overs, but I will say playing 2 matches. So 8 for 1. Yeah, 1 wicket and will not do it. I mean, quickly they have to pick up some more number of wickets. Slapped down the ground. Bowler got a bit of hand to it, but it's unstoppable today. That is a quick one from the batsman for 4.
That's a sign. That's a sign from Sri Lankan batters. We are talking about that. Will it be a comeback for Nepal or not? Or will Nepal will say good? Nepal will show a good fight against Sri Lanka? But the way Sri Lankan batters is showing they are showcasing their batting style, I'm not sure this match will sustain for a long time.
Yeah, 12 runs on the board. I was having a talk with the Sri Lankan coach, and he said that it will be within 5 overs. I said, is it going to be 10 overs? He said, no, 5 overs. Very, very confident. They lost the first wicket, but the intention's still very clear. It's Dinuka Sachin on strike, and he's the man who can really turn it on if he stays there. Very aggressive. Oh, here is him bringing out the pull for which is famous and keeps it out of the park. Here's Dinuka Sachin with his famous boots all for a 6.
Oh, yeah, you were mentioning about that pull shot. Look at his jersey number. It is 45. Exactly, and he was pulling from the off stump. That is so difficult shot in cricket point of view.
Oh, only Rohit Sharma could play a shot like that. Dinuka Sachin says, I'm wearing the same jersey number, and I'm also bringing that school of batting here. And then he presents the full face of the bat like a good student of cricket. All right, he's having fun out there. And knowing a batsman, I mean, knowing what they do is that confident pull shot to a little poor delivery, but it was outside the off stump, to drag it on the onside and hit it that far for a 6. That takes some skills to do it. And he's done that with plenty of convictions. But after that, when you present the full pace of the bat and completely defends a delivery with conviction, that also gives you confidence. Look at that delivery. That's a better delivery. Comes forward and leaps it. So that's the particular position when you say the batter is comfortable out there because shot is there, the defense is also coming well, and now the leave outside the off stump. Everything is fine. So that's how you judge a batsman whether he's comfortable or not in cricket. Doesn't matter what the format is. Even that leave, I mean, a little excited was the bowler, but still I think he's in his comfort zone to it. We'll talk more about the batsmanship when the comfort and uncomfort thing comes in between after the end of this over. 2 overs done, it's 18 for 1. For 1. Looks like it's Abhishek Kumar who has given the responsibility. The tall man will be sharing the new ball. In fact, he's going to continue. The first over win for 8. He picked up that 1 wicket. Big up, ladies and gentlemen. First ball for him in this over. Down the leg side, it's going to be a wide. Shanaka, I'm interested in Shanaka as well. And the reason why I'm interested is that if this becomes a very short finish from Sri Lanka, then both the batters needs to go for it. There's no sense of urgency, nothing. You can easily chase this target down. But if they want to just send a message to the opposition, this is what we were trying to do. This is the brand of cricket that we want to play. Then it has to come from both sides. Can Sanaka bring that school of batting like Dinuka Sachin? He's got 2 deliveries, 2 wides. That helps. $20 for 1. They're going at 10 per over. They're required to go at 2.33 per over. I mean, that's doing more than what's required. Just like the good students, the brilliant students always do that. And of course, in corporate language, it's called OT. Doing more than that's required. Helping it well. Now Dinuka Sachin back on strike. I'm again a batsman wearing jersey number 45 and playing some very good shots on the back foot. Both on the offside and on the onside. Yeah. Last match against India, he played that late cut. And you almost kind of sense that this man is very good square of the wicket. Can he continue to do that? In the last match, it was not a great inning from Dinuka Sachin. Showed some glimpses and after that got out. Here's Abhishek up against Dinuka Sachin, who defends it well. Very watchful this time. And so far, for a look of it, looks like he's really watching the ball well. That is the first thing, watching the ball well. Then making sure that the head is close to the delivery. Once you go and your head moves in the direction of the delivery, the rest of the body follows that because head is the heaviest part of the body. So wherever the head goes, the body follows. Little thing. Now he pushed it on the back foot and he could play shots like that because he's really playing it close to his body. So even when he's playing that aggressive shots, it's bringing very basic technically acclaimed aspect of batting. And we're talking about batsmanship, and when you feel that they're in a zone, this is where you say the batter is in a zone. Though the strike rate doesn't really tell you that 125 is not that huge to tell you that he's on a zone. Only 10 runs, 8 deliveries, 1-4, 1-6, fine. But look at the way he's defending. Look at the way he's leaving deliveries. Clearly from mid of the bat. Now takes a single. Run out chance, appeal, and oh my God! Dinuka Sachin limited by the umpire. The umpire had no hesitation in lifting that finger, and Nepalis have drawn the second blood. Wow, wow, wow. Just when you think the batsman is John and is going to make it big tonight, it's the run out that does the trick again, much like what it did in the first inning. And this is a match where you can't make the run out sort of irrelevant, because we've seen plenty of run outs in this match. Bibek, that was a little unnecessary.
Exactly, it was completely. I can say I'm not sure about, and I'm not mentioning that it was a misunderstanding. It was easy one. He was looking for a single, but you have to focus that there is a fielder and ball is straight to the fielder, so you have to concern about that. No doubt, Denuka Sachin is not happy with that. And one thing you have to focus when you are playing good cricket and good shots are coming from your bat, and you are pulling the ball perfectly and timing the ball with good pace of the ball, good momentum, then why you have to do some silly mistakes on field, just like runouts? It's a free wicket. You just throw it from your side. Rajit Hasanka is a new batter after that disappointment.
Let's see what he brings onto the table, Asanka. And straight away brings out the aggressive shot. Some work for the fielder to do. He couldn't do it that well. It races away to the fence. We are talking about the strike rate. Here's a batsman with 400 strike rate.
Definitely. You just start your innings from a boundary. So, it really brings some happiness, and that also brings some confidence as a batter. And Sri Lanka knows it. They have to win this game with a comfortable way, just because they lost their first game against India, and after that they got a good comeback against Nepal, until though they lose their 2 early wickets, but it will not give that much impact on this game. 62 is the target. That's why Sri Lanka's dugout is not looking that much serious.
Yes, and a simple block from the batsman. And this over, 3 overs done. It's 25 for 2. Rajitha Shankar. Vivek, it's definitely not 5 overs now. Or is it like 25 in 3 overs? 30 more runs in 3 overs? It's still there. It's not like we write that off. The coach looks very confident. They've lost 2 wickets. But if that's the mindset, I mean, number of runs you have seen, it's not that huge, of course. So you really can go for it. That will not just be a message to Nepal, that will be a message to India as well, that we're here to win. And India standing at the top with 2 wins, clearly the favourites to lift the trophy, setting the expectations high for 1.5 billion people. That's what the Indian team does. It doesn't matter if they play deaf cricket, blind cricket, conventional form of cricket, anything, under 19, women's cricket, men's cricket, everywhere. I mean, they set up the expectations very high, particularly in the conventional cricket, Vivek, particularly from 2011. Anytime India plays, the world thinks India is going to win it. And especially the Indian fans, the 1.5 billion people I'm talking about, they expect India to win each and every tournament. So after 2011, when 2013 India won the Champions Trophy again, and 2015 India till I think semi-final, yeah, India went on to play the semi-final, lost to Australia. Semi-final is a good thing. I mean, you go to the semi-final, normally they say it's a good thing, but if you don't win the tournament nowadays, it's not good, not enough. They've set the standard so high. The Indian dev team also set the standards really high here. If they're not winning the title, they're not doing justice. That's what the fans will say. He opens the face of the bat, runs the first run very, very hard. He wants to come back for the second. There's no second there. And these are the little things, Vivek. You know, technically when you go and the first run was very hard from the batter, but the runner takes it very slowly, giving an indication to the batter there, to the main batter, that there's no second. So don't think of coming for the second. So by the action, not necessarily by the words, which is of course not a thing here. They're communicating with each other. Very different skill, very different aspect of what they're doing at this point in time. Another decent over for the Nepal team comes to an end. It's 27 for 2 at the end of 4 overs.
.35 is now for Lanka for the first victory and this ADCA Asia Cup. 27 for 2 now. After 4th over, so 5th over is going to start. Oh, look at that shot. William is on strike. Oh, look at that shot once again. I just pulled away, and yes, it goes for the boundary. 4 runs from his bat, and Sri Lanka is now looking so much good at this particular surface. Just the way we are mentioning about the coach statement, he just said that they are looking for a 5-over finish, but now it is not looks like that. It will take more overs, few more overs for Sri Lanka to finish the game. They scored already 31, and now they need exactly 31 from 31 for that victory. Once again down the leg side. It's a too difficult job for the fine leg fielder. It says well, but in the end, ball on the race. Another boundary, back-to-back boundaries. A couple of fours for Sri Lanka. Goyam Sanaka, look at his potential, look at his body language. He is he has so much confidence with the bat. He is striking the ball with a clear mindset. He is watching the ball, and one thing that is the most important thing in cricket as a batter, when you are watching the ball and you're playing the shots with full confidence. Oh, once again in the air. Will it be a wicket? Wow, what a catch this time. Wicket number 3 down, but look at that effort from the midfielder. He just kept on his eyes on the ball and waited for the end and took a brilliant catch this time. So number 3 goes down for Sri Lanka at the score of 35. 27 required, now required for Sri Lanka for the first victory. $35 for 3. 4.4 overs done. 27 runs required from 92 deliveries. That is the only thing that gives some satisfaction to the Sri Lankan. Otherwise, from any international match, if your team is losing 3 wickets in just 5 overs at a score of 35, then you say that it is not a good start for any side. But for this match, Sri Lanka will not feel any type of hesitation with this total. Last ball remaining in this over. 5th over has come to an end. Kalip, the skipper, is on strike. He took that last couple of wickets for his team. During that time, we were discussing about if Nepal will score 65 or not. Last ball of this over, we'll discuss about that in the very next over. So looking for a boundary. Yes, just clears the fence. And so boundary for Kalip and boundary for Sri Lanka also. So four from the last ball of the 5th over. The 5th over done and dusted. Sri Lanka 39 for 3. Look at that shot. Kalif did well with the bat. He saw that the ball was going down the leg and he just flicked that towards the deep mid wicket. There was no protection, so easy boundary for Sri Lanka. 39 for 3. 21 runs. Just a difference of 23 runs. 23 runs difference between that victory margin. We know it that India is on top of this tournament. They won their first 2 games, one against Sri Lanka, and then yesterday they got a hands down victory against Nepal. And after that, Nepal did the same. They just scored 61 runs. Yesterday, Nepal scored 57, and today they scored 61 runs. One thing was with Nepal was the toss. Only thing you can say that Nepal won in this tournament was a toss. Except that, nothing is coming proper for their side or for their point of view. Yesterday, we saw that Indian batters, Indian 2 openers was just enough to finish that game. But today, Nepal took some wickets. Not some, they took 3 wickets. (39) Still the score for Sri Lanka. Rajitha is at 1, and on the other hand, with a 200 strike rate, skipper is on the non-strike end. 4 from 2 deliveries. Rajitha is taking time. He is actually taking his time on crease. No doubt he is trying to put some shots this time. Exactly. Once again, that repetition is happening from Rajitha. He is trying to place the towards the deep point, but the connection is not coming properly. The ball and bat, the connection we are actually searching for as a batter is looking for that, but this time the bowler is doing well with his ball. So you can say that it's a competition between bowler and wicket keeper is going on right now. But on the other hand, the skipper is standing. Skipper is waiting when his turn will come, and he will. Once again a clean bowled. I was talking about that the way Rajitha is playing. He's giving much room to the bowler, and that's the reason. Completely unbeaten delivery for Rajitha. So Nepal took his 4th wicket in this game. Not a good start from Sri Lankan point of view, as they are in advantage stage of this match. But after that, they lose 4 wickets at just 39 runs. That is not a good sign. If you want to win the game, or if you are looking towards to win this competition, look at that ball once again. Just try to play some defensive shot, but completely beaten by. Not a good sign for Sri Lankan batters. If you are looking forward, or you are looking towards to winning the title, then this type of performance is not accepted from any angle. You are looking for 61 runs, and after that you just lose your 4 wickets. Maybe some surprises are still waiting. Will it be a good fight? Can we are going for a tight fight between Nepal and Sri Lanka, or a low total? No doubt, it's a low total, but still they are managing to do, and they are grabbing the game too deep. One more wicket? Yes. If one more wicket will come for Sri Nepal, then match will be interesting. Look at the batting style. Hasitha is on craze, and on the other hand, the skipper is still waiting with a single boundary. He's faced 2 deliveries and scored a boundary for his team. That crucial boundary, you can say. Last ball. Here comes the last ball of the 6th over. Hasitha is on strike. Perfectly timed. Looking for a single quick one. Oh, quick one. Yes, no doubt it's a single. So single from the last ball, 6th over done. Sri Lanka 40 for 4. So it's 40 for Sri Lanka, but they lose 4 wickets. But they just need 22 runs to win this game. But if a miracle will happen for Nepal, if they will took 6 wickets, not easy for any sides from this angle of cricket. But if that much of miracle that will not seen in cricket easily, but Nepal will able, if Nepal will able to do that, then maybe it will be a good thing that we will see in cricket. So you're talking about that in '93 World Cup, especially when India was not that much strong as they are in nowadays cricket. During that time, India was not favorite to win that World Cup just because West Indies was so much aggressive that time, and after that, India won that World Cup, and they put a symbol or they put a example for any other teams. You can do this, and it is possible if you're not favorite yet, but still you have the potential. If you have the courage to win the World Cup, one thing your positive mindset is required, and after that appeal this time, but no reaction from the umpire, so nothing harm for Sri Lanka, but still the score is at 40. As mentioning, I was talking about that. If you have the potential, have the courage to win any type of tournament, your body language matters, and the team spirit that will play the key role. Oh, once again it is outside but too good chance for keeper, but it just missed and 4 runs added to the board. Oh, bowler is not happy with that. You have to take that. You have to grab each and every opportunities. If you, from the Nepal point of view, if you want to stay in this match, then you have to take some early wickets, or you have to grab each and every opportunities. 4 for Sri Lanka, now 18 required. Ansuman, he already taken 1 wicket. This time lost his follow through. He just bowled 1.4 overs, consider 16 runs, but took 1 wicket, that first wicket for his team. Nepal did a little bit good than the previous game, no doubt. They lost their first game against India with 10 wickets, and after that, they failed in their batting, but they're doing well with the ball until now. Last ball of this over is left, 6.5 down already, 44 for 4. So it's a 3 for 4 for Sri Lanka till now. $18 runs required. Not a good, not enough total for anyone. Oh, deadly Yorker, wide Yorker. So end of the over, dot from the last ball, 44 for 4, Sri Lanka after 7. Current run rate is 6.29 and required run rate is just above 1. It's 1.38. 7 overs already done. Kalip. After a long time, he's on strike. Baidyanath. Oh, it's a skipper to skipper. Baidyanath from opposite side from Nepal, and it's a Kalip from Sri Lanka. Both the skippers are in attack. So it's a jobble for Kalip. Now just 16 required for Sri Lanka. So during the toss, Nepal skipper was talking about the total. He was mentioning some 100 or more than 100 runs they are looking on the board, but they failed to do that. But after that, 61 runs, the bowler gave some chances. It is not some easy one or easy chances for any sides, just because you have not much, you have not plenty of scores on the board to defend that. But except that, Nepal bowlers did well. As a cricket fan, if you are watching the game, this game, uh, look at the scoreboard, it's 47 for 4. Those who joined us late, for your information, I want to say 15 run required for Sri Lanka, or in the early morning, Nepal won the toss and they decided to bat first. And after that, we saw some good cricket from Sri Lankan bowlers. So they did extremely well. And the pitch, so that just because of that, Nepal was not able to finish a good total, or they are not set a good total on the board. Which side is going to play the final? Will it be India? Will it be Sri Lanka? Or will it be Nepal? The two sides will fight for that championship, ADCA Asia Cup first edition, T20I, Nepal, Sri Lanka and India. India is the host side, and on the other side, Sri Lanka and Nepal. The two neighboring country of India, and they are also the part of this tournament. So that will be interesting to see which two sides will fight for that trophy. Nepal and Sri Lanka and India. One thing is similar in both in these three countries is the tourism. India is very known for their tourism, and also Sri Lanka, they are known for their nature also, and also Nepal. They have some beautiful places to visit. That is the only thing we can compare, or we can say that is common in between these three countries. And after that, they are playing cricket is the another common thing. The way you are playing, it doesn't matter. Day by day, if you'll improve in your work, or the way you are playing cricket, if you'll work on it, maybe one day you will be the leader of this game. So end of the over, 18th over done, 49 for 4 Sri Lanka. Now it's just 13 required. And Sri Lanka is just 13 run away from their first victory. Nepal, still they have to. But the keeper only. Not good at all. Kalib, the skipper, who is taking the all responsibilities for his team, is at 8 from 8 deliveries and scored a boundary. And on the other hand, Hasitha, he is at 6 from 9. 30 runs just required. Type of game that is going on between both sides. Two Asian country. One is Nepal with Sri Lanka. No doubt in pen and paper, if you talk about both sides, the strength of both sides are in cricket. In normal cricket, conventional cricket, we usually discussing about that. Nepal is once again, look at that shot, perfectly timed towards the deep, and it's a boundary scored by the skipper. He is taking all the responsibilities. The way I mentioned, Khalif is taking everything to his shoulders. So Khalif is taking everything on his shoulders. So it's a 53 now for Sri Lanka, just 9 required. In conventional cricket, if we talk about Sri Lanka and Nepal, Sri Lanka is too high. I mean, the past performance was so good, and there was a time when Sri Lankan cricket was in trouble. And then after that, if we talk about the T20 World Cup, Sri Lanka is doing well. And they're not about their home conditions, but their players are doing well. And it's a good sign for cricket also. When Sri Lanka plays this type of cricket, it means we're expecting some good things. That positive signs are coming. Oh, once again, good shot, but what about that fielding? The stop perfectly, and good cricket. Good cricket, and the real, I can say, it's an energetic performance from Nepal. The new it, the total is not that much. Total is not sufficient for their bowlers, but still they are putting their efforts on the field. That is the craze of cricket, and no doubt this will create impact and put some energy and add sufficient encouragement in a dugout. Maybe you are not doing well today, but tomorrow that different sunshine will come for you. So end of the over, it's 54 for 4, Sri Lanka after 9. Just 8 requests for Sri Lanka now. 54 for 4. So Khalif, who is the skipper of this side, is on strike, and no doubt he played a crucial innings. He's playing a good innings for his team. 13 run. And on the other hand, Hasitha is at 6. Will they able to finish this game in this over? Yes, it is possible if they will play shots like this. Boundary number 1. So countdown begins for Sri Lanka. Just 4 runs away. Sri Lanka is now just 4 runs away from their conventional victory against Nepal. Just 4 runs away. Sri Lanka for the first victory. Nepal, they have to wait. Still they have to wait for their victory. The first victory in ADCA Asia Cup. But this time, wow, what a delivery. What a comeback delivery by Baidyanath, who is the skipper for Nepal. And on the other hand, the skipper of Sri Lanka is on strike. So
Just 4 runs away. Just 4 runs required by Sri Lanka. We have to say that how many balls they are taking to win this match. Remember, Sri Lanka have not won their first game yet. Just because they lost their first game against India, and then after they're playing the second game today against Nepal. And on the other hand, oh, once again, oh, look at that shot. Will it be a finishing touch? No. Fielders are doing well on field. But still, they are able to manage 2 runs on board. We have to wait. Still, we have to wait to see that finishing shot by the Sri Lankan batter. 2 runs needed. Last 2 deliveries left in this 10th over. 62 deliveries, you just need 2 runs. How many balls they will take? Maybe on this ball, we have to wait. Oh no, still we have to wait. We have to wait to see that finishing shot, finishing touch. We are waiting, and the Sri Lankan dugout is also waiting. Each and every fan from Sri Lanka, they are waiting for that finishing touch. When it will come? Will it this over or have to come to the 11th over? 1 required to level and 2 to win the match. Oh, again, yes, we are going to the 11th over to see that finishing toss from Sri Lanka. So end of the over, 10 overs done and dusted. It's 60 for 4, Sri Lanka. Just 2 runs away. Just 2 requires for Sri Lanka. Not a comfortable victory, just because they lost 4 wickets and took almost 11 overs to their victory, and not yet, still 2 runs remaining. When I talking with the coach, he just mentioned that we just need 5 overs, or we are looking to finish this game in between 5 overs. Again, good shot, but perfectly done by the fielder. So he is coming as obstacles. So still we are waiting. When we are talking with the coach of Sri Lanka, he mentioned that they are actually looking for a 5 overs victory. But Nepal, it's a juicy full toss. Will it be a finishing total? Yes, it is. So Sri Lanka won the game against Nepal, and it's a fast victory for Sri Lanka. They just won the game by 6 wickets, and they are showing they are in the tournament with a positive mindset, and definitely once again Sri Lanka will face Nepal tomorrow. But after that, it's the first victory. So congratulations Sri Lanka for the first victory. But Nepal, they have to wait, but they did well by the ball. Batter failed to do that. Much runs on board. That's why it was not a good sign for Nepal. If they scored some more runs on the board, if they will able to score that 100 or more than that, maybe it will be a challenging total for Sri Lanka. But not this time. Not this time. You have to wait. So congratulations Sri Lanka, and thank you everyone. So after that, we will come to the presentation. So this time, Sri Lanka got victorious against Nepal by 6 wickets. Thank you. Sri Lanka. Big hand for winning side. And no doubt Nepal did extremely well on the field. So I am asking everyone for a good round of applause for him also, for Nepal team also. Thank you everyone. Before going to the presentation, I would like to inform about our guest. So it's a good opportunity and it's a good thing for us. We got our guest Dr. Sami Salim. Thank you sir, the professor neurosurgeon. Let's have a big hand for him, for our guest, Dr. Sami Salim. Thank you so much. And with him, we got Mr. Mukim Khan, veteran national level football player. Please have a big round of applause for our honorable guest. And now it's time to give memento and to appreciate our guest, Dr. Sami Salim. I would like to invite Mr. Sumit Jain, President of ADCA and IDCA, who will give that memento and will appreciate our guest. And with him, Mr. Sagar Khan Senapati, Mr. Sagar Khan Senapati, General Secretary of ODCA. And we're appreciating our guest, and it's a welcome honor from our side. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And coming to the first match presentation. So it's time to call the losing captain of Nepal, Nepal, Baidyanath. I would like to invite him. Captain Nepal, the losing team captain.
Anything else? Some confusion, so.
Oh, exactly. We see some misunderstanding on crease. Batters were not able to score perfectly. That will be a crucial fact of their collapse. You just finished your innings just at 61 runs. That is the most vital fact we are watching from the last games, that your batters are not doing that much perfect in this tournament. Maybe that is the key factor.
Sri Lanka is also we can lose Sri Lanka, but we can't bowler.
Okay, thank you so much, and we are hoping for a good comeback. So what is the message for your teammates after losing their second match? What message will you provide to them for their upcoming game?
We want to say we all players practice so much practice, and tomorrow again against Sri Lanka.
Okay, thank you so much. He was the captain of Nepal, the losing captain, but he has the full much of confidence for tomorrow game. Thank you so much. He was the captain of Baidyanath. Thank you so much, and best of luck for your upcoming games. Now, it's time to call the winning captain, Captain Adca of Sri Lanka. The winning captain. Captain, first of all, congratulations. You got your first victory today against Nepal. And it's just a foot forward from your first game. You lost. It's just a foot forward from your first game. You lost against India in the very first game in the inaugural match of this ADC Asia Cup. Then after you saw a good fight back against Nepal and you got victorious. So, what do you want to say about your performance, your team spirit after this match?
When I was losing the match against India, so that time I prepared our mind game and also prepare all team members how to play, and according to pitch we will plan, and more overs give to spinners. So it's for beneficial our team, and Nepal team make only 61 runs. Then again Sri Lanka team also losing some wickets. So I think how to come back. So now appreciate our some team members also, because it's only not my winning, it's a team winning game.
Exactly, you were mentioning about the team games, but at the end of the game, you played a crucial knock for your side. During that time, we saw that your team was in trouble, not a big trouble for your side, like a champion, and secure more and more victories in your upcoming games. Thank you. As the captain of Sri Lanka, Adca. And thank you. So it's time to invite and to take the name of that man who did extremely well in this particular game. And you can say that behind this victory, he was so much good in the field. So it's time to invite the player of the match. Is Lasidu De Silva from Sri Lanka. Lasidu De Silva, he bowled 4 overs with 1 maiden and just consumed 9 runs, but took 4 crucial wickets of Nepal. Lasidu De Silva, the young one, who did extremely well job for his side, for Sri Lanka also, and that's why Sri Lanka won their first game in this ADCA edition. Thank you so much. Okay, Lasidu, have a conversation with you. First of all, congratulations, Lasidu. Just own the game, and the one thing is important for you. You played a crucial role for your side. It's a kind of you can say couple of happiness. Your team won, and you took the man of the match prize. So how it is feeling now?
It's my first time experience. Before the team selection, I was doing a more practice in our school, and also we will win the match with the hearing team. And it's my first time because past I have no any experience.
But after that, you took 4 wickets in a international event, ADCA Asia Cup against Nepal. You just bowled extremely well, and you took in your spell also just 9 runs. So how high your confidence for your upcoming games?
I think I doing a continuous more practice and take a more wicket. Also, I'm not a lazy person. I do hard work and take a more and more wickets.
Thank you so much, and we are hoping for that your performance will continue like this. He was the man of the match, Lasidu De Silva from Sri Lanka. So, okay, now it's time that I will request our honorable guest, Dr. Sami Salim, for a few words for both the sides and for this tournament. Please, sir.
Thanks a lot for the tournament in charge, Mukim Babu and all. Always somebody wins, somebody loses. But we enjoy the game. That is more than enough. And thanks to Sri Lanka and Nepal player. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It will provide the real encouragement to both the sides and our organizer also. And now I would like to say that Mr. Mukim Khan to provide some valuable words to both the teams. Please, sir.
हिंदी में बोलते हैं। आप लोग सब आए हमारे यहाँ, बहुत खुशी की बात, और यहाँ पर खेले भी, हमारा ग्राउंड भी अच्छी है, और जो खेले उसके लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। हम लोग सब एंजॉय किया आपका खेल देखकर। थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our honorable guest, and thank you so much to both the sides. And before going to conclude, before going to end this post-match presentation, I would like to say thank to our all the sponsors. That is the Serum Institute of India and KFC India, Hero, Tata Motors Limited, Odisha Cricket Association, MGM School of Sporting, Jindal Foundation, Bharat Masala, Deon, Ashwin Group of Hospital, Kaizen, Impact Research and Measurement Private Limited, RB Foundation and Sibnare Sports. So these are the sponsors who are sponsoring this ADCA Asia Cup. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for the teams, and it's all about the post-match presentation.